Woo!
And live. Wow, that was fast. Look at that.
Hooray! Me, 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 me.
Me. Now let's retweet some of this business.
Yep.
Sure, it's TVGP episode 3943. Welcome to the year 5010.
3943. How you doing, sir?
In the year 3943.
When I was still alive.
Yeah.
Because then I was a master of friendship and karate for everyone.
That's true. Okay. Are you guys ready to kick this thing off? Let's
I think
just
so.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Let me
Just make it happen.
Yeah, let me give a little sip of some water here.
Good idea.
I'll pull up chat here. There we go.
Hannah, you're awfully still. Alright, there you go.
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm focused.
You must focus.
Or frozen. Either one.
Yeah. If it was
Did
frozen.
any of you guys play more Shadow Warrior?
No.
No.
Did not
have
that time. I know. I'm the worst.
Plus, I dove super deep into another game. Unexpectedly.
And you guys hate fun.
I do.
Yeah, I'm actively campaigning against it.
Yeah.
Hannah 2016.
It's the only game
more
I've
fun.
had fun with in like months.
I actually started playing a game on my 3DS. And I started playing it, and about 5 hours later, when my battery started dying, I was just like, wait, what was I doing? What's going on?
What was this thing? This little tingling in my brain meets?
Yeah. Is it fun? No, it's hunger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally gonna order an Iron Fist t-shirt. I'm so
Why wouldn't you?
excited. Because no one else will have it.
That's true.
And then that Netflix show will come out, then I'll never be able to wear it again.
Yep.
Get your time in now.
I'm gonna get one of those yellow hoodie t-shirts, like to go underneath it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Ooh. Oh my god, excuse me. Oh, so exciting. Whew.
Yay.
What times? Alright, you guys ready to kick this thing off?
Yeah, I'm all hopped up on coffee and donuts. Let's go.
Great, this will turn out well.
Yes.
Alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Going around the room, we have Knobs.
What's up?
And we have the Hannah.
Hello.
Let's dive right into it. Let's not mess around here.
All right, hey,
Let's take a pause.
let's go. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with releases.
We'll be back with the next episode. Knobs, what have you been playing?
The stuff that's usually on the rag. Monday night game night. Battlefield 4 was pretty average night.
A dog breaking down the door.
Yes.
Yeah, for the usual, and it's a good old time.
Yeah.
People should come join us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just the dumbness of the things we talk about. Just you never know where that conversation is going to go.
So you got two things going for you with Battlefield 4 now. One, it's cheap as hell.
Yes.
Number two, they just said that all future DLC is going to be free.
Ooh. That's
You
a
have
big
no
change.
reason not to go buy BF4.
You're
Yes.
losing money by not buying it.
See?
Yes.
The TVGP motto for Steam sales.
Yes.
Is that good? Is that should be our slogan? Listen to TVGP. You're losing money by not buying it.
Right.
Yep.
Because we're the perfect
show
price.
Is free. You don't even have to pay for the show. We're saving
No.
you money.
No, you don't.
If you have an idea of how we can get people to pay for the show, let me know.
Yes.
It's-
we're so poor.
I'm losing so much money on the show.
we need some way to monetize something.
Yeah, anything.
But anyway, so that was the same thing. Friday night, we were actually able to connect while we're watching the Cavs game. That is all right. So I still have the dual TV set up,
Nice.
where I have the 73 and the 80 like right next to each other.
Jesus.
It is so. It It
That's
is
some first world problems. Oh, it's too hot in this room with my 2 giant TVs.
Yeah, it's throwing off way too much heat. I gotta have to crank the AC out.
I gotta get a separate one of those wall-mounted AC units.
I wish, yes, I could drill a hole in the ceiling. I'm willing to modify the house just so I can be comfortable at this point. No, it's so distracting trying to watch a sporting event while trying to concentrate on Battlefield. Yeah. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst.
This life I lead.
It's the worst. I don't know how I can juggle so many forms of entertainment at once.
It's a struggle, man.
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
Oh, and texting, and now I'm getting notifications from like 9 devices at one time. I think my whole house is set on vibrate now.
That's just an earthquake, Knobs.
It's like I received a text message, my whole house was brown. Like,
I got a phone call the other day. I was sitting on my couch. I got a phone call the other day, and it rang on my personal phone, my work phone, my iPad, and my laptop at the same time. I'm like, nope, I'm out. This nightmare future. I can't do it anymore.
Now that I picked up that smartwatch, and so I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here playing, and I'm like, and I hear it ring from my phone to my tablet to my wrist, and it's like this shockwave going through my lap.
It's like someone looking for you at work, where you're like, oh, is he in the boss's office? No, maybe he's in the conference room. Nope. Hey, Knobs. Yeah, hey.
Even better is and I have the Bluetooth headset that vibrates with everything as well, so it's just around my neck. I'm like, whoa, it's like getting shocked. Like I'm playing that Fester's challenge at Swings and Things, holding on to the vibrating electricity thing. Oh, it's so dumb. Why do I have this much stuff? I don't know. Why not?
You know why? Because all of it will allow it to ring. That's why you have it, because you're like, cool, I could get stuff from my wrist. And then 2 days later, you're like, this is a nightmare. I'm living in hell.
Yes, this is the worst. And then, when I'm using my GPS on my phone, driving around, it vibrates every time it's giving me a notification to turn. And I forget that it does it every time. I'm just cruising around, oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
A turn coming up as I barrel into the car in front of me.
Yeah.
Why not? But anyway, pre-Monday night game night, I was playing Shadow Warrior. Nice. And Shadow Warrior's the next game I played. While I was
I'm writing it down.
All right.
Someone got a text message.
Yeah,
now wait for it to start bringing on his holographic platform next to him.
Every notification comes through. Everything. Even Xbox Live messages. I have a party invite on my wrist now.
You just need to have all of them have a different part of a song, so as it goes through your house, it's just playing this song.
It shouldn't be like that scene. It's always going to be like the end of Amazing Spider-Man, where where Electro's playing that stupid song, Skillrock song on the power plant.
Yeah.
That happens.
Down, whatever.
That sounds like the worst thing that's ever happened.
Come on. Haters gonna hate.
Yes, we are. I'm real good at it.
I don't know. Maybe he just had a better haircut. People would like him more. So
Shadow Warrior.
Shadow Warrior. Man, does that game ratchet up the enemy count ridiculously towards the end of that game to serious Sam levels in the best way. Because it forces you, because once you get the Obanari Karshi Super Sword, once you get, I think, the second part of it, they're like Lego swords, too. They keep slamming together to form one.
Nice.
They look cooler as it goes through, but once you get it all the way, you're doing, the slice the air and that, radius shockwave goes out.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
Ninja stuff.
The best. I wish you had more time with it, though.
Oh, I own it, so I have as much time as I need. I'll throw that in.
No, I'm talking about the sword. I know you don't have time to play anything.
No, he doesn't have time to play anything fun.
Yes, you have no time for fun.
Yeah. All I have time for is Destiny.
You have no time for some Wang.
The jokes write themselves, folks.
Yes, they do.
TVGP, your home of mature video game discussions.
Human, just call me Mr. 2 Million.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love that game so much. Like that last bit. Like, I wish I was streaming, because I streamed a good portion of it the other day.
Nice.
I wish I was streaming during that point, because it was such mad. It's like I said, like the Serious Sam one, where they throw every enemy type on top of you. Like, they have the possessed ninja dudes from like the first level. Then you got the demons with, you brought a sword you bought claws to a sword fight dudes. Then you have like the charging guys, and then the healer, the resurrecting guys, then the buff dudes that are like making everyone super angry and crazy.
Nice.
Meanwhile, like those guys alone aren't easy to take down on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But you put two of them, and then you're like, oh no, this is going to be a little difficult. But then you put two of every type of the major enemy types, the greater demons or whatever they're called.
Nice.
And it's mayhem.
Hmm.
Absolute mayhem. The rocket launcher was fun too in that point. But the
yeah.
point is, like, so as you're going through this, you're burning through ammo like you wouldn't believe. That you have to pull your sword out to regain health, because Dyson dudes regains a little bit of health. The only way you survive. So you're shooting like sidearm, and you're doing your glowy fist health thing, and it was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was losing my mind. Like, I was having so much fun. I was shocked I made it through it. And then I'm thinking, like, and I can't even make it through a level of Halo without dying. And I'm dealing with this nightmare in front of me, and I can survive this.
That's Halo.
I should probably stream that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great game to stream, because
Yeah.
something ridiculous happens every time. I still don't understand how the instance of scoring goes, because every time you get in a melee battle or just any to a regular thing, it'll score you like ninja stars.
Nice.
Ancient Chinese shuriken, like stars. But it's really good. That game is fantastic, and it kind of ends on. I'm not going to say a happy note, but it has a very poignant ending to a very ridiculous game.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
You finish it and you're like, oh.
Oh,
Video
video game.
Why did you do this to me? Why do I care? Come on.
Yeah.
What are these feelings?
Yes. What is this? This isn't.
I'm a robot video game.
I still think one of my favorite parts of that game is when once you get back to your Wang vault, your Wang lair, or whatever. He called it something, the Wang cave, I think it was.
So bad.
It's like a bad
Anna,
cave.
stop writing that down.
No, I have to write all of them.
and you got the Kabuki man or whatever his name is. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm losing that one. I'm gonna chalk that one up to memory. Yeah, Mr. Kabuki man. That's a trauma movie.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
mean,
Kabuki man.
You can throw 3 words together, and that's a trauma movie.
Yeah,
That's true. That's sort of
yeah,
I used to play bass for them.
Yeah.
the Kabuki men.
Yeah.
BC.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, I found that so funny, but I did. But yeah, so like even like the ghost that's with you is cracking on you because you have like framed comic books down the side of his layer.
Nice.
As you're going down, you have that action movie moment where you shave your head and you're like, yes, it's Wang time. Like, it's on. Like, that's so good. So anyway, so I ended up finishing that. I really like that game. That is definitely a front runner. That's definitely in the top 5 right now.
Nice.
It's way up there.
That came out this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it did.
Uh,
If it doesn't matter.
If not, it was like after our top 10 of last year.
That sounds...
Well, it's the games we played this year, right?
Sure.
Sure.
No, for an exceptional game, we will bend the rules a little bit.
Well, since we're such sticklers on the rules,
Naturally. If not, at the very least, it's the best game of this year or last year.
so
Exactly.
far,
Yeah.
so far by miles right now. Like I can't think of many games I've had much more fun with than this one. I think the only one that I've had more fun with may be Shadows of Mordor right now
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, actually, I forgot. I didn't realize that very suddenly last week, Shadows of Mordor Game of the Year edition came out.
Yeah, I
with-
saw that too.
With a little fanfare, it's kind of out now.
Well, little fanfare in the gaming community, but it's all over TV, man.
The only reason I knew because I saw a commercial on Spike or something, or FX,
Probably. Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, I think I was on TNT. I think I saw the commercial during the playoffs. I was like, oh, how did I miss this one coming out?
Like,
Like,
that's a cool commercial. All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I played that, and I was hoping I would have time to knock it off, dude. Like he's pawing my leg. Easy there, bear claws.
I've got this chubby cat sitting right behind me, staring at me, and passing out, sitting
Roll
up.
your roll, Boomer. Where was I? Yeah, because I was really hoping to get over to Best Buy so I can pick up the New Order or Old Blood. Wolfenstein Old Blood. 'Cause
right.
I'm really excited to play.
Did that get a physical release?
Yes.
Oh,
think
I thought it was digital only.
If it is, I'm a fool, and I'm gonna download it when I'm done.
There you go.
I know it's available digitally, but
I don't know. I like boxes. I need to fill shelves. So I was looking to pick that up this week, but I didn't quite have an opportunity to get over there because I was too tired. Because I need to golf more apparently. So lastly, I settled on playing a little bit of Halo 2 today, and I had to restart my entire campaign over because I was doing it co-op with Tom Gamer.
mhm.
And yeah, I'm playing for the run of that game again, and now I'm an elite. No, I'm the Arbiter. So
Yeah.
playing through that portion right now, and
Nice.
you know what? Okay, I can handle Keith David. So
Keith David's always cool.
I mean, how does Keith David ever happen? It just does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was playing through that, and apparently I didn't know how to use the sword properly because I was
Okay.
like, I slashed dude. Why didn't he die? And he's like, Did you do the lunge? What lunge?
Oh,
Why?
dude, the lunge.
Yeah, well, now I know.
Yeah,
It's
come on,
half the
man.
battle. So I have that done. So we're flying around, and apparently I that scene where you're flying around the old Halo with the wraiths.
Yeah.
So I'm flying around, and I'm trying to figure. I didn't remember how to do like that green phantom bomb shot or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hitting all the buttons. I eject myself, and I'm like.
I regret nothing.
So then,
Just from above.
Yeah.
Well, no. What's great is when in co-op it respawns you behind your co-op partner. Except, yeah, he's flying around in space, so I just respawn and die.
Oh, bummer.
Respawn 4 times. I had to watch myself just fall to my death
Amazing.
until I got lucky enough where I actually respawned above a platform. That nice. It's nice of you to leave a wraith out for me.
Yeah. Well, it's a common problem with
What is happening? Like this is like
Sorry,
two of both of you guys.
my wife came home and I had to close the door because the dog was starting to go nuts.
I hope that's his reason for getting up.
Probably.
That would
Well,
be too
when it-
funny.
Oh, puppy.
Oh no.
No, whenever my wife comes home, our dog is in love with my wife. So as soon as my wife comes home, it's like brr, brr, brr. Bassets,
Yep.
everybody. They bay a lot.
They bay a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the noise they make when they do
Yeah.
that. Boo! That's baying.
Yeah. Ow.
Oh, yeah. Do it, Cooper.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Bark, bark.
Just tail.
Well,
I'm
it
just a
takes
tiny
like
guy.
it takes like 15 minutes of barking to get him to howl, and it's the most adorable thing. His little his head goes up. And I'm like,
Awesome.
oh, that's so cute. And then Samson comes darting off the couch like Batman and just wrestles him to the ground.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't promote dog fights, but play fights are okay.
They're brothers. They're play fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they say. He needs a
Anywho.
friend. They're dogs. They don't need friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, unless you're John Wick and then you need a dog around to level you out. Anyway, so I'm playing through more Halo, which is why I was late. And yada, yada, yada. I'm working my way through it.
Putting in your time.
Powering through it.
Clocking in, clocking out.
Oh, the fuel rod cannon is a lot of fun. I like that one a lot.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
That's a cool rocket launcher. But I don't know. I'm having more fun in co-op so far.
Well,
So,
misery loves company, so.
I hear I'm in for a few tough levels in that Halo 2 a little bit. So,
Probably Warthog related.
well, I guess there's another Warthog ending level that I'm gonna hate, and I guess there's another like IE equal flood BS in that area. So
Someone wrote in this week in defense of the Warthog that I thought was really interesting. We'll get to it in the letter section, but
Nice.
gave us some perspective.
no,
It's interesting.
no.
I bet I know what it is.
I'm looking forward to getting fired up about it. But.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So that's what I played this week. Hopefully, I have some new joints for next week. I'm excited. I'm excited for.
Wolfenstein, speaking of next week, Wolfenstein The Old Blood is digital only. So you can have it right now. Right now.
Well, how about I get up from the show and go to.
No, I think we're okay. All right, Hannah, what have you been playing?
Nothing. You can skip me. No. No,
Yeah, I played the same stuff. Next.
Yeah, I'm good.
So weeks here where I've been in a lot of cars and I've been doing a lot of traveling. So I played a bunch of Spelunky because that is a great road trip game because it's just real quick and you die and you start back over again. And I forgot how much fun that game is.
It's really great, and it's so freaking frustrating.
It is. It really is. It's that game you play for a half hour, put the thing down, be like, okay, I have to be done. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, all right, fine.
Well, it's one of those things where you
up.
put it down and you're like, I'm not playing that again today. And like 10 minutes later, you're like, well,
How'd this get back in my hand?
Well, it's like, well, maybe if I would have just done that. Well, now I have to go try it. Stupid game.
Yep. I played a little bit of the Black Mesa release on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, I mean, I played the mod. I wanted to see what it looked like standalone, and it looks great.
Yeah.
I just did like the beginning part where you kick off the Resonance Cascade and, hop on out of that area and, discover all the zombies and head crabs and stuff. It's fun. Still a great game. Half-Life, the original in Source Engine, looks real good.
Yeah, I bet.
I highly suggest going to play it. It's like $20. It's in early access because they still haven't finished the Zen levels.
Yeah, which, who cares?
Yeah,
The Zen stuff sucks.
you're not missing much.
That final boss is so lame too.
Yes,
Holy crap.
I played a little bit of that. Played a bunch of Mortal Kombat X.
Ooh.
At my
what'd you
buddy's
think?
house last weekend. I like it. I like it a lot. I haven't spent a ton of time with it. I haven't done any like single player. I've just been doing versus matches with friends. But so far, I'm a fan. I like it a lot better than Injustice. I'll tell you that much.
I agree with you that I will concede that point that I liked it better than Injustice.
I just find Injustice's control scheme to be really infuriating.
I was thinking about, I saw it in my library. I was thinking about downloading Injustice again and trying it out. Maybe not. Maybe I'll skip it.
That whole control scheme just really it doesn't make sense to me. Like having played fighting games for so long, and like you have a punch button, you have a block button, you have maybe a couple of kick buttons. The way Injustice maps its Injustice maps its buttons is just
Justice Mastis.
Oh, okay. I can't talk today. But yeah, I really like all the costumes and the crazy stuff going on in that game is cool. I really don't get like the complaints about the DLC after having actually played the game. Like, it's shady and they're gross, but they're not that upfront about it in the game itself. The only real upfront thing that bothered me was like, oh, look, you have all these faded out character selects because these characters aren't actually in the game, and if you go to select that character, it just kicks you out to the store. And it's like, hey, buy a season pass.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad, though.
I downloaded a little bit ago the DUA 5, whatever the free-to-play starter pack was.
Yeah.
And I thought that handled it a lot worse, because basically as soon as you fire it up on the main menu, it's like, open the store, you don't have everything. and
Oh,
it's like right in your face. It's sort of like,
wow.
I know, I downloaded it. It's free. I know I don't have everything.
I don't want everything. That's
Yeah,
why I downloaded
I just
it.
wanted to see if it runs at 60 frames, and it does. That game's really good looking.
Nice. So yeah, I played a whole bunch of that, just doing verses back and forth against people. Had a lot of fun with it, and booger. I also played a butt ton of Destiny because apparently that's just all I know anymore.
It's weird. I feel
all
so
I've got
left
left.
out. That game did not grab me at all.
Ah, there's still
You're
time.
certainly in good company of people that did not grab there. I think the interesting thing about Destiny is there's no middle ground. You know,
Yeah,
either you really like it and you're still playing it, or it never clicked with you and it just you don't see the appeal. There's nobody that's like, yeah, Destiny's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did some nightfalls and some weeklies the last couple of weeks here, me and Boston. I did not have enough strange coins to get anything from Xur this week, which is very disappointing.
No. You
Yeah, I
missed
know.
out on Thunderlord?
I know. I missed out on Thunderlord. I had 12. I needed one more.
No.
I was just trying to get engrams and hope they decrypted into strange coins, and nothing. Got nothing. It
That's
was
a bummer.
absolutely brutal. But I'm super pumped about the upcoming changes this week with the new patch,
Yes.
getting all that stuff in play, and I've been playing a ton of Crucible. I've been playing Rumble, I've been playing Skirmish, I've been playing Control, and I have almost enough Crucible marks to get the what is it, the Cetarian Rapier?
Something like that. I don't.
Is that a sword in the game?
Unfortunately, no.
No, unfortunately not.
I was
There's
gonna
only
say,
one.
I don't remember any swords.
There's
except
only
for that
one sword in there, and it's pretty cool.
It's
That was
pretty
a fun
cool.
level. I like that one.
If you enjoyed that, you would enjoy a lot of the second raid.
Yeah,
Relies very heavily on that sword in multiple places.
yeah, it's a cool little mechanic. I kind of wish there was I wish you had like the option for like a main hand sword in some spots.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. So yeah, just a ton of Crucible. I was actually out of town this past Saturday for a little while, and I hopped on the hotel Wi-Fi I was at and played even more Crucible while I was just trying to fall asleep.
Nice.
And man, God, I have not liked competitive multiplayer in a game this much since I played Counter Strike,
Yeah.
which is a while ago.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
These dogs love you, dude.
Yeah, he got you. So yeah, I'm slowly building towards getting that one scout rifle, leveling up, and getting it ready to bring into House of Wolves. I'm really excited after seeing. Well, I didn't watch the stream based off your advice, Boston.
Don't watch
No.
that stream.
Do not watch that House
Prison
of
of
Wolves,
Elders stream.
Prison of Elders stream, because apparently the community member they got for it was not the
He was a little too excited.
a little
put
which
it that
will
way.
happen.
Was he screaming?
There was a lot of screaming.
Yes.
So,
Like angry screaming or like woo? Screaming?
like a lot of that. Like a lot of screaming over the developer who made Prison of Elders while he's trying to explain cool new stuff. So, Prison of Elders I think is super cool. They announced that they're not having a raid in this one, and they replaced it with Prison of Elders, which they're calling an arena. And it's basically a 5-round, 3-wave each round horde mode. And it's each round you go into a different cell in the prison, and it's basically sort of random enemies from one of the game's races. But for each one, they give you a modifier, and it can be good, it can be bad. Some of them are, punches do 300% damage. You don't regain shields, but you have like 10 times the amount of shield.
Nice.
Like arc burn, void burn, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be super cool, and I think that's I think for me that's something that Destiny really needed, which was it needed that horde mode because it needed PvP has enough variety in it, but PvE never really did because the strikes never changed.
Yeah.
So having this thing that always changes and has all these modifiers and it has its own loot table and it has its own currency, I think that's going to be super, super cool.
Yeah. I'm really excited to get in on some of that action. Hopefully, we can build a nice little team of people to do Prison of Elders because
Yep.
you can only do the higher levels with a pre-made group, unfortunately.
Yeah, which watching that stream, it's probably a good idea.
Probably, yeah.
Three
I mean,
people that have never played with each other, that went pretty poorly.
yeah. I'm excited to do matchmaking for it though, just to try it out. Do a
Yeah.
little bit every week. I'm excited to just level up all those guns because it's good time. You just got to get the what is it, etheric light?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Something
and
like that.
you just apply that, and like that's I'm glad they made that upgrade system a little more elegant.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I played a few other like random little games while I was traveling. I played Space Invaders Extreme.
Ooh, that one's good.
Yeah, if you want a sort of like really interesting take on Space Invaders, pick
Play
that
Space
up.
Invaders '94.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, that is good.
Space Invaders Extreme takes it to this weird, almost rhythm game place, though. It's like a weird, like puzzle game, good music,
like one.
kind of crazy. It's a lot of fun. I haven't dug that one out in a while, but I grabbed my PSP before I left this past Friday and was just like, I'm gonna play some stuff on here, and I ended up pretty much just playing that.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it for me.
I did a little bit of PS4 streaming earlier today.
Nice.
I spent Knobs came on the stream earlier and said, like, "You ever had one of those days where time just kind of disappears?"
Yep.
That was me. I woke up. I slept in a little bit later than normal. I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my PS4 and I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna try to stream something. And like 2 hours later, I finally got it to stream through my computer correctly. And I was like, oh, that didn't take long. Look at my clock and it's like, oh, it's 11:30. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh crap. So I did a little bit of that. I'm gonna try and stream more PS4 stuff, especially if I'm just kind of sitting there playing Destiny PvP, or when the Hannah and I are doing our normal Tuesday stuff, or we have some raid stuff. Try and
Yeah.
stream some of that stuff.
Cool.
Because usually that goes interestingly.
Yeah.
If not,
Cool.
it's usually should be exciting watching us
That's a good word for it. Interesting.
fling ourselves against a brick wall for a half an
Yeah.
hour. I played a little bit more Shovel Knight.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't touch that one this week.
I banged out a couple of trophies. Stuff like finish a level without getting hit, finish a level without dying, stuff like that. New Game Plus is a little bit harder. It seems like most enemies do more damage. And anytime you would get one of those dinner things you would hit open, and there'd be like a chicken in there or something, you would refill your health.
Yeah.
There's a bomb in there now.
Oh, really?
So-
There's no more wall meat.
No more wall meat, and anytime an enemy would drop any sort of health item, like apples or wall meat or something like that, they now drop a bomb.
Ooh.
So if you don't have... Stop biting me, cat. Jeez.
It puts a new twist on the turn, dropping bombs.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting where you really need to be a lot more conservative about how you play that game, and you can't really rely on anything to give you back health. If you have one of like one of the triple icors in the chalice, you can use that, but
Oh, yeah.
you can't really rely on that too much.
Okay.
I don't know how much more of that I'm gonna play. I really enjoyed my time through it on normal, and a lot of the trophies that I would need to go through are not harder, not impossibly hard, but maybe a little bit harder than I would kind of want to spend time with. I'd rather play something else. I'd rather
Yeah.
pop in Shadow Warrior and make some progress on that or something.
That
Instead of
sounds like a great idea.
yeah,
I
knew you'd like
endorse
one.
that.
Yeah. Instead of playing Shovel Knight, which I've kind of finished, and I feel like I got not the most I could get out of that game, but I feel like I had a complete experience.
Isn't it funny? The one thing that makes us all fidgety are these animals.
Yeah, I got this cat like underneath my desk staring at me. What do you want?
Hey, this mutant sitting here staring. Stop staring at me, Swan.
Yeah. And the last game I played this week, surprisingly, I charged up my 3DS and I fired up Etrian Mystery Dungeon.
Ooh,
And I played it for about 5 hours straight before realizing what I was doing.
nice.
This game is really good. I'm kind of impressed by how deep it is. Most mystery dungeon games or roguelike games, when I say roguelikes for these, again, it's kind of that true rogue experience.
Yeah.
It usually they're kind of the depth is in the random nature of the game, and it's really after you learn the basics, that's kind of it, and then
Yeah.
you just kind of bend and twist the game to let you beat it.
Nice.
With Mystery Dungeon, or Etrian Mystery Dungeon, there's the Etrian Odyssey stuff. So the experience points, leveling, the classes, the guilds, all that standard stuff, kind of laid on top of it. But there's a lot of stuff where it introduced me to this thing where you can go into a previous dungeon that you've already cleared and start setting up forts. And when you set up a fort, it locks the layout of that floor and then any adjacent floors to it.
Okay.
So it's almost like Rogue Legacy, where you could kind of lock down the castle for a little bit. But when you put characters in that fort to kind of patrol the area, they get experience even though they're not in your party.
Oh wow.
So you can start laying down these forts and getting a really big, because the maximum number of characters you can have is 50. You can only bring 4 players with you in a party at once. So like now you can start setting up different party systems where you can have all of these different classes sort of waiting in the wings,
Yeah.
and then just kind of bring them in and out whenever you're ready. So I thought that was kind of cool. They introduced this thing where you can improve the city by sort of spending gold at these 4 different shops that are in the area. And that'll be like, the shop where you get weapons and armor. They'll get more stock. They'll allow you to forge different items with different attributes on them and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's kind of neat. I like the idea of them having multiple progression paths, because not only are you leveling up your party and you're diving deeper into these dungeons, but you're also leveling up the town. You're doing all these quests in town. And a game is tough. I got totally wiped out for the first time on this boss that I just was not prepared for.
Yeah.
And I knew I shouldn't have tried it, and I did, and I got punished. It took all of my money. It took most of the items I had on me. And it took about half of the items I had equipped.
Ooh.
So 3 of my party members didn't have any weapons they could attack with, and 2 of them had no armor left.
Jesus. So you basically got mugged.
Basically, yeah. And there wasn't really any option for me to go down and recover any of it. It's just like, hey, this is a roguelike. That stuff's gone. Like, you messed up and you got too greedy. It's gone. The inn in town will let you store items and money. So, in standard roguelike fashion, you kind of get everything set up. Everything you don't need in the dungeon, you just toss in there. You go to the cafe, you kind of eat to get all your stats up, and then it's kind of this mix between Etrian Odyssey, a roguelike, some of the stuff that Monster Hunter does, like eating and preparing before you go out.
Yeah.
I really like it. I didn't think it would really click with me after I spent about an hour or 2 with it, but I'm a couple hours into it now, and I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would, especially since I didn't enjoy Sharon the Wanderer, which is an even more sort of standard roguelike, with very little progression in it. So I think having a roguelike and then sort of coating it with some light progression stuff really helps me say, like, okay, well, I got wiped, but at least I don't have to start all the way over. I got punished, which I definitely should have, because I was being dumb. But, I think it's nice that it softens that blow just a little bit. So I'm hoping to spend more time, and it's kind of nice playing the 3DS a little bit, just like laying on the couch with 3DS and watching some movies and going through dungeons. So
Cool.
it's pretty fun. But that's all I've been playing. So let's take a break.
Cool.
All right, Kat, you need to go out.
Right back.
I'll be back too. Come on, kid.
All right. What? What's up, buddy? Boomer, why are you so crazy? Why are you so crazy? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Alright. Abba Zabba, you're my only friend. So here, don't. I will bite that fucking paw off. That's right. Huh? Oh, you're such a weird dog. Alright, get up. Oh! Nice steps. Alright. Pause that. Pop out chat. Ooh.
All right. Coach Jamal in chat asks, so how's the questions section this week? A little light. If you guys got anything, send them on in. Okay. I have my 3DS right next to me. I just want to... I could just play a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's backwards. Whatever.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Alright. I shared show notes with you guys, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, I finally remembered to pull up chat, so I didn't see what anything was going on.
It's a lot of dog talk.
Yeah, well, I was just sitting here trying to bite Boomer's paw.
No big deal.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Rock Band 4 this week, but their IGN has the exclusive coverage of it, and they've had some stuff out for it, but most of it's just been videos, so I haven't had a chance to watch them yet.
Mm. Oh man, I farted and it stinks. Close that. Let's see what this one was.
I keep seeing people say that Bruce Springsteen has been announced for Rock Band 4, but I can't actually find proof of that.
Huh. That'd be cool. I actually get some kids to hear some of those songs.
Yeah, I think it's Rock Band hasn't had a lot of that stuff.
A lot of that old Jersey Shore stuff. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Southside Johnny Asbury Jukes would be a great addition to that.
Oh yeah.
Like that's we're having a party.
Yeah.
Everybody swinging, dancing to the music
I think we're gonna
on the radio.
get flagged for copyright infringement soon.
Oh come on, Out of Tune doesn't count.
That's true.
It's alright, I'll put my hood up.
There you go.
I'll
We'll never
represent
find
my
you.
shit.
Who was that? Oh, I don't know.
Little John. Oh, Lonely Island. He's so funny.
Can't go wrong with some Lonely Island.
I still love the Boombox. Is my favorite song on that album.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wu-Tang. Some Triumph. Perpendicular to the square. Oh man, it's a good time. Get It Together with Q-Tip and Beastie Boys.
Oh wow.
Oh, JT Money. Who dat? I got 5 on it. Wu-Tang's version of Bring the Pain. Oh, Mystical. I miss Mystical so much.
Oh, Mystical. What a blast from the past. Hey everyone, Boston here.
I just love the rappers that just yelled at you. That was so much fun.
Man, what a short-lived time that was of just a lot of rappers yelling.
Yeah.
That was okay. That was an okay time.
Rappers delight. Oh, Boom Shakalaka. I miss Little John always yelling, yeah!
Hi.
I think Dave Chappelle ruined that man's career.
Who?
No, he just had Turned Down for What is his song. He's still been making a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. I am ready whenever you guys are.
Going through one of these compilation albums. Danger! Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. Alright. This is I have literally a release.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's all I
What
got.
a release. Ooh, we trimmed down that news list, huh?
How can one little street swallow so many lives?
Yeah, there's a lot of these news stories I just kind of put in case we were running short on time, but I
Cool.
don't care about most of these.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right.
Hey. Alright, you guys ready?
yup.
Yep.
Alright, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for the week of May 11th, 2015. Coming out is Final Fantasy X/X2 HD Remastered for the PS4.
Yep.
That's it.
Coming out again. I probably have that pre-ordered, and I
don't even know it.
It'll arrive on your door on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And also, it is just remastered knobs. I don't know why it's not remastered.
I know. That's why I added the.
So weird.
You know, Boston and I like to be grammatically correct.
That's true.
We come correct.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to news stories. Iga, our favorite Metroidvania designer and dude who came in to save the day for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. By the way, Double Fine just did a 2.5-hour playthrough of Symphony of the Night with him.
Ooh, nice.
Pretty interesting.
I bet.
I got about 45 minutes of the way through that. He's got some real interesting stuff to say about that game, and a lot of stuff that wasn't really known before. That was pretty
nice. Cool. That's awesome.
Really?
I have to look that up.
I've watched it.
Well, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff where apparently, you know that when you finish the beginning of Symphony of the Night, and there's that text scroll of Alucard's going to the castle.
Yeah.
Apparently they had a voiceover of that originally, and it was so bad that Konami's North America PR team had them cut it out.
Wow.
How bad had it to have been that they left the rest of the voice acting in there, but that they had to cut out.
Oh my god, I hope that's floating around somewhere on a WAV file.
He said he doesn't think that they have it anymore.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So, and they re-recorded it for the PSP one, but a lot of really cool stuff like that, and a lot of really cool jokes. The guy that they used to translate, so they subtitled all of Iga's, everything Iga's saying. The guy that they used to translate it to the other person that was sitting with them, one of the Double Fine developers, he was maybe a little bit too loose in his translation, and I think some of his jokes got mistranslated to the woman that was playing Symphony of the Night, so that was kind of a shame, but
that's a bummer.
Still some really cool stuff. She really loves Symphony of the Night, as probably more than anybody else does, so she had a lot of really great and really in-depth questions for him. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
You can find that on Double Fine's YouTube channel, actually. And they actually have a playthrough of Doom with Romero.
Really?
That I started watching. That's really interesting.
That's got to be awesome.
Because that dude still loves Doom, and that dude is still really good at Doom.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So, Iga has been kind of hinting lately that he may come back and make another Metroidvania. Ooh. And I think the hints have been getting a lot more obvious and a lot less hinty.
Yeah.
There's this website, swordorwhip.com, that opened up a couple weeks ago. That's basically you vote for Sword or you vote for Whip, and then you get something that Iga, dressed as Dracula from Symphony of the Night, would say. And basically now it's like, hey, I'm making another Metroidvania, watch Monday morning at 11, and something will happen. I'm assuming a Kickstarter, but we'll see. So I just wanted to let everybody know that's coming down the pipe, and I'm kind of excited. I'm trying to keep myself reasonably excited, because if it is a Kickstarter, then it's going to be a year or two before we even see anything. But
yeah,
oh man, fingers crossed. It'd be nice to see him do something again.
Yes,
well, it'd be nice for him to do something he really enjoys instead of being, I don't know, instead of having the big company behind you saying, "No, you got to meet it by this deadline here." Just get it out.
Also, to give everybody a little bit more reason to watch that Double Fine video, Symphony of the Night was made by 8 people.
What?
Yeah. 8 people.
That's amazing.
Over a period of 3 years. That's nuts.
Wow.
That game still looks really good. Man. Symphony of the Night.
So good. So good.
Next news story. Speaking of older games, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 has been announced.
Yes, it has.
It's got some
Officially
stuff going against it already. The developer of it is Robomoto, who you might remember as the team that brought you Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD.
I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah, they could come out with a game that's great. I think a lot of people are cautious about how they have treated Tony Hawk in the past, which seems fair. You got to nail that control.
If that game doesn't play like 1 and 2, I'm done. Like
I think the thing that is worrying people the most, I'm not as worried as a lot of people are, but maybe I'm not as invested. There are going to be power-ups for certain missions that let you shoot projectiles out of your skateboard.
I'm out.
Yeah, it doesn't. The title of this Destructoid article is "So when is Skate coming back?" I think that's kind of. I mean, that on the surface that sounds kind of crappy, but I mean, it sounds like that's getting further away from what people are looking for in a Tony Hawk game. And maybe they're making a Tony Hawk game not for us. Maybe they're making it for people that are our age when we were when Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were out. You know, high school and college age.
Yeah. I've never wanted what Twisted Metal would be that twisted boards. Like I never wanted that. Like
yeah. I mean, and
unless
it's
I'm flicking a cigarette
like,
butt at someone, I don't care.
It's one of those things where like they mention it where it's like it's for certain missions. It's like, but if it's only for like 1 or 2 missions, why are you mentioning it in the press release? Like the announcement thing. Like it sounds a little tone deaf.
Yeah.
Your missions in that it was such a great game because you had a time limit and you had objectives to meet. That's all that game needs to be.
Go do those things with your skateboard.
Doesn't need to be open world. Doesn't have to have any of those other shenanigans.
Yep.
Give me a dozen levels that I can just get better and crush scores.
Yep.
You do it like
have multiplayer horse.
What tricky? God, what is it?
SSX.
SSX did.
Yeah.
They did a relaunch right.
Yep. Nobody bought it, but they did it right. We'll never get another one of those though.
Yeah.
Regrettably. The Killzone lawsuit that happened a while ago was dismissed with prejudice, which is an interesting legal term that I just learned. So if nobody remembers, this guy in California sued Sony because Sony's big he believes that Sony's big marketing push around Killzone Shadowfall was it's 1080p. And Killzone's multiplayer was something like 960p.
Yeah.
So he said, well, that's false advertisement. I'm going to sue you. On May 4th, U.S. District Judge Edward Chen signed a joint stipulation that dismisses the lawsuit with prejudice, which means he can't file another lawsuit like this for this game. Which is basically like, look, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Don't try these shenanigans again.
Dismissed with a vengeance.
Basically, yeah. Dismissed with a bullet. Like, I don't know how much cooler you can make that sound.
Yeah.
Settlement terms were filed under seal. A lot of people are freaking out about that, saying like, oh, Sony gave him money. You don't know. Probably not. Sony could have just been like, hey, man, look, we'll just give you like 2 free copies of the next Killzone game. Like, we just can't tell anybody that you... Or like, we'll give you a PS5 if you drop this lawsuit. Like, is that cool? Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
And then each party will bear its own costs. So Sony's not even paying legal costs for the other guy.
Wow.
So, kind of happy to see that is done and that guy didn't get any money. Because that...
Right?
Yeah, that's
that was ridiculous.
It's the dumbest lawsuit. It's not like, it came out and it was like, 480
right
instead of 1080. Like that, and I'd be like, okay, that's not cool.
Yeah, it's like, well, I just bought a PS4 and now I got this game that looks like an N64 game. Like, what's happening here?
I bought Killzone. I got Conquer.
Hey, yo.
I think you got a good deal there.
That would have been more understandable. That's true. Conquer is rare.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Next news story here. EA had an investment call surrounding their financials, and they were talking about Need for Speed, Titanfall 2, Plants vs. Zombies, which apparently is another one of those coming out. Maybe it'll be another one of those multiplayer ones that seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
They also revealed that Mirror's Edge 2 will be released Q1 2016, calendar Q1.
Yeah. Awesome.
I don't believe it.
You
I
know?
wanted to share that with everybody. I do not believe it. I don't believe it until I have it in my hands.
Oh, that means I might be able to play it at PAX.
I don't believe it. I don't. Even if you play it at PAX, nope. They just had a build there. That was a fan-made game, so I messed up the signs. Mirror's Edge 2 isn't real yet.
It's not white enough yet.
It needs to be more. Just white or yellow.
Yeah, I just needed to, it hasn't quite burned my retinas out yet with how bright that game is.
God, I loved looking over those like the buildings in the distance, and they were like white, red, yellow, and maybe like a really light blue. It's like the future.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the future's so sterile.
I'm excited because I'm hopeful that we will see that during E3 this year.
Yes.
I'd like to see something.
Yeah, I mean, Mirror's Edge is such a unique property. It's such an interesting concept. Don't bring it back in the right way. I just feel like they're going to screw it up. Like, I know it's coming. I just feel like they're going to be like, and we've got guns. Look at all these guns.
Yeah, and your skateboard shoots projectiles.
Yeah,
and it's like, wait, how does she do?
She needs to be on Heelys.
Yeah, exactly.
Heelys, and you're going to have an extreme Razor level.
Mirror's Edge 2 brought to you by Razor and
Remember
Miller
these
Lite.
things?
Razor and Miller Lite.
Razor, she does like the kick flip and throw it over her shoulder like Hansel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like her hand-to-hand weapon is the scooter.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Hansel's so hot right now.
So hot right now.
Oh god, it's gonna be like Alan Wake and what was that? Energizer?
Duracell.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I remember that because it's like one point you were like going between some semis on a road, and you just come out and there's a semi in front of you that just says Duracell on the side. I'm like, really?
No, the Ford Sync system was all over it too.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was one.
Let me call you on my Ford Sync
There's a
system.
Motorola. Motorola was the other one too. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
I call you on my Motorola Razor. Like even like as brand name as you can possibly get.
Man, your dog doesn't like it either.
No, because I'm not allowed to have fun. Apparently, my dog hates me having fun.
Yeah.
Keep it serious.
That and girls. Oh, whatever.
It's a podcast about video
Guys,
games. Keep it
stop.
serious. All right, I'm gonna skip that last news story or whatever. Let's move on to tweets.
All right.
Adderblack39 writes in, says, what's your idea of the perfect lazy Sunday afternoon game? He has another question too. We'll get to it next. I like Castlevania Symphony of the Night because I have it memorized. You know, you can just kind of play a little bit of that.
I think my answer is whatever's already in the system if we're going lazy.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Whatever you have downloaded.
Yeah.
Battlefield is won more in times than I care to admit with that one.
Yeah.
Lazy Sunday afternoon game. I would say a golf game.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I just throw on some music and just shoot some golf.
That's the thing that Tiger was perfect for. You didn't need to hear any of the sounds in that game.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to hear how great your loony birds sound.
On the dance floor.
Yeah.
Luminous for me probably just something nice and relaxing.
Kind of zone out a little bit.
Have you gotten any closer?
No, I haven't played in a little while. You gotta do a montage, train myself up.
Yeah.
Montage.
I think Fez for me, just because I really love that soundtrack, and you can kind of bomb around that world a little bit, not do a lot, but kind of still have some fun.
Yeah, that and probably Mega Man 2 for me. That's always one of my go-to games of just like, I need to get a little sense of accomplishment for my day here. Let's load up some Mega Man 2 and just finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Rez.
Ooh,
Rez
yeah.
Gungrave used to be a good Sunday game for me.
Yeah, Rez, you can bang that game out in like an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you go from 1 to 5. That's a good choice.
I
And
like
good
it.
tunes.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong.
Oh, and then, well, back in the day when I was playing, whatchamacallit a lot, Frequency.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Frequency. Oh, Guitar Hero was always a good, like, I want to just
yeah,
jam out for a little while kind of game.
yeah. I was thinking about pulling out my guitar for Rock Band again,
Yeah.
getting back on that.
Warm up the phalanges.
Yeah, like I haven't played it in a couple years now, so I kind of like I can't be sick of that catalog I have anymore. So like I should go back in and fire that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
His other question is also, which games have you skipped work/school for?
Skyrim.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I've
Really?
never done it either.
Oh man. Oh god, I definitely used a proxy to get Skyrim like 12 hours early, and I definitely left early from work that day.
Nice.
Uh God, I think I did it for trying to think big releases that I may have done that for, because I've, no real respect for work. I haven't done it. It's been a while. Like, I think Skyrim was the last major one, but
Now, I've picked up games during the work day. Like, I'm driving by the store, I'll pick it up.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm mobile, so I can do that kind of stuff without really screwing off.
yeah.
I mean, I never, even in college, I never really skipped classes or anything.
No.
Like,
say
I was
maybe-
paying a lot of money for that thing. I'm going to classes.
maybe like Assassin's Creed 2. I might have done that for.
But we took advantage of every free moment we had to
Absolutely.
game.
We had a
Yeah.
half an hour. We're going to play a couple matches of Amplitude.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Well, that Guilty Gear a lot.
Yeah.
Our pre-dinner game.
We would stay up late. That'd be a thing that would happen a lot.
Yeah.
I am coincidentally like, so me and a bunch of people are going to PAX Prime in Seattle this year. I took that weekend off, and I said, kind of looked at my schedule and the time off I had left, and I was like, well, Metal Gear comes out that week. Maybe I'll just take that whole week.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
that's one of those games that you kind of want to knock out quick before anybody spoils it for you.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping Giant Bomb finishes up Metal Gear Scanlan 4 before they have to actually replay the games. I can just watch that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be great.
All right, and first email here from Jive495. He says, Jive495 checking in with my
Hey, what's
biannual
up, Hyde?
electronic correspondence. I'm tasking you three with creation of the video game 10 Commandments. We won't list our, we won't do 10 probably. They can cover all aspects of video games, from developers, publishers, media, YouTubers, critics, or what 13-year-old schools you want. You and Halo, and then cracks wise on your mom. What?
It's too much power.
Yeah, too much power for us.
Oh god. Thou shalt not backtrack.
No, backtracking's good. Like every Castlevania game, you've had to backtrack.
Yeah.
Or Metroidvania.
Yeah. It's a little too
I mean,
generic.
bad
for me.
backtracking. That's something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, if you're doing different stuff through the same area, that's fine. No
Okay.
repeated dungeons.
Yeah.
That's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't pull like a
man.
Dragon Age 2. Thou shalt not
Color
reuse
palettes.
that.
Thou shalt not color palette swap.
That's true. Yeah, you can get around a lot of that nowadays.
Yes.
Just add a horn.
Yeah,
Oh god.
just make one of them a lizard man. Now he's a ninja and a lizard. Awesome.
Subtitles mandatory.
Thou shalt not launch a broken game.
Sure.
That's
I like
actually
that
fine.
one. That's asking a lot from a lot of people, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's asking as much as we think we are.
I actually like Knobs' one a lot about you have to have subtitles.
Yes.
I mean, on that too, you should have a colorblind mode.
Actually, just accessibility in general.
Yeah.
I think remappable controls are extraordinarily important
Yeah.
because you have people that can play video games, but if you can't remap the controls, they may not be able to play them as well.
Thankfully, the PS4 got around that by doing it at the OS level.
Yeah, I really like that. That's a huge step forward for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Every game should have an Animal House ending. It all has to have Where Are They Now?
Just
Yes.
still frames, text.
Yep.
Um,
Come Come on, tell me that wouldn't be the best.
That would be pretty great.
Like, I would love to see where Lo Wang ended up at the end of that.
Well, you have to wait for Shadow Warrior 2.
Yeah.
Probably not going to get that, but what else can we come up with?
Oh man, there's so many. I mean, you've got such a wide range there.
Active reload needs to be in every game.
Ooh.
I don't know, but then what does it mean?
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
really love that mechanic so much.
God, what did I play that had active reload in it that didn't do it as well as Gears?
Gears of War Judgment.
No, it was something else. I played it recently too.
Trying to think.
I don't
Was it
remember.
Helldivers?
No, I didn't play
No,
all
they don't
those.
have. They just had the weird reload mechanic.
Oh, it was that PS4 Kickstarter game, the Monster Hunter game that was 2D. Crap.
Monster.
We'll think of it.
Ooh, what would be another good one? Ridiculous stat tracking.
I think I would piggyback on that by saying, and this is in light of Destiny, if you make an RPG, you show the numbers.
Yes.
It's like one of Destiny's big problems is like carrying this gun will give you +2 agility. And it's like, but I don't have
What
a
does that
number on
mean?
agility.
Yeah.
So how does that help?
Show all of the numbers. If you're
Yeah.
going to show numbers, show all of them.
And you can toggle them on and off. Like if you don't want to know that I have 8 agility out of 10. If you don't care, you can turn
Yeah.
that stuff off.
Yep. You should actually design your UI and menus and not just give it to a programmer.
Yeah, don't put placeholders in. That's actually
Yeah.
one thing that was really funny about the Symphony of the Night stream is Iga made mention that every UI piece in the game is like this flowing gothic rose, it's this beautiful stuff, and then you open up the menu and it's a blue screen with white
Yep.
text. He says he has made a rule on his team that if you're going to put a placeholder menu in, assume that it will make it to the final game like that main menu did. Because you never know, you might not get the chance to go back and fix it, and it may just have to go right in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, just my last few weeks at work have just been filled with like UI design and UI changes and accessibility. Like, oh, can this be used by someone with visual impairment
Right.
or with there's so much that goes into designing a good interface that is beyond just making it clickable and workable. And that should be as much of a focus, if not more so, than the rest of the game. Actually, I was listening to the podcast Dave Lang does, Team GFB Radio, and he was talking to one of the old Midway guys that did all their old arcade games, and he was like, we put as much work into the menus and the attract modes, if not more, than we did in the actual games, because if there's any part of the overall experience that hitches or doesn't work or doesn't, if you're not rewarding the person that's playing every second they're playing, then you need to take it back to the drawing board and you need to redo it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
All right, next email we have here is from it's in defense of the Warthog, kind of. I just noticed that the person who wrote in is Halo fan 123, so he or she is a real. I'm considering them a real expert in the field.
Okay.
Hey guys, first time writer. I've been listening since January of this year. Have to say you guys are doing a great job, and you're my favorite podcast. Keep up the great work.
Oh,
thank you very much.
I'm very surprised with that, all the Halo hate.
I just wanted to comment on why people love the Warthog in Halo. I consider myself a big Halo fan. I think that's understandable. And I personally love the Warthog. When most people say they love the Warthog, they mean they love it in multiplayer, because the maps are tailor-made for vehicles like the Warthog, and if you have a good driver and gunner, you dominate the match.
That's true.
I've never met a Halo fan that enjoyed the part Knobs talked about in Halo CE. That is the Warthog at its worst. I think that makes sense then.
Yeah, absolutely.
With as much as people really love that multiplayer, and if those are suited better for that machine,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, you really can't have Blood Gulch in the first game without the Warthogs. I mean, it made that game fun.
Yeah.
You know, you would get a dude and you would hop on the back and you would, just you would we'd figure out the best way we could get the Warthog on top of the enemy base just so we could have the turret up there and just decimate them. Oh, yeah. No, I see his point there.
Yeah.
All right, I will make that concession that is the worst part of that game ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most Halo fans do.
Yeah.
Because
that was
the worst, one of the worst experiences I've had gaming in a long time.
Yeah.
And I streamed post meltdown portion of that, where I was so confused by the time I got to the end of it, I didn't even know where to go.
Well, I'm glad they wrote in because that clarifies a lot of stuff for me about why people love that vehicle so much, and if it's favoring this one mode over the other, that makes total sense to me.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, that thing looks cool.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah.
Like, it just controls like a broken shopping cart.
Yep. Really does.
It does.
And the last question we have here this week is from Coast Jamal in chat. I recently played Never Alone co-op with a wife. She's more of a casual gamer, so unfortunately no Borderlands or any of that for us. Any other co-op console games you can suggest for couples?
Castle Crashers.
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to make stuff. That'd be interesting, kind of making a level together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any side-scroller beat 'em up, like that Final Fight Magic Sword would be a great combo.
Yep.
Yeah, those D&D games on the PSN are really good too. The arcade ones.
Oh, any Gauntlet game?
Oh yeah,
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That's a good
true.
one.
That's a good one. Do not play Portal 2.
No.
Those are
it's a
tough.
relationship killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring that with a set of papers.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other co-op games. I keep thinking of Risk Factions, but that's competitive. I don't think that's really co-op.
You can definitely do some of the Telltale games, especially like Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, and you don't really play them co-op per se, but you sort of make the decisions together.
Oh, that's
That'd be hard to do with how shortly that's timed.
You just like I've played it like the Game of Thrones game with my wife, and she'd be like, "Oh, do that one," and I'll hit the button. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you're invested, I'm sure a decision is going to come up, and they'll be like, "Nuh-uh." That's like, okay, I'm going to pick that option.
No, you didn't.
Because also, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't tell you to pick that one, and now you're getting hit with a wine glass.
I would try and focus a lot more on downloadable games.
Yes.
They're going to be the ones that have a lot of co-op in them. Like my wife and I played through. It wasn't Mousecraft. It was one of the PS4 launch games. I'll look it up here.
Knack?
No, not Knack. It was something where you control the multiple it was a puzzle game where you control multiple animals that had been experimented on, and like one of them has like a PSN. Oh my god, please load. I can't fill anymore. Alright, you guys keep
Renegade Ops, like any dual stick shooter that's got multiple, same thing like any of those type of games, like what the hell, Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
Because you can play those competitive co-op.
If you're looking for something a little more difficult, the first Toe Jam and Earl is available on Xbox Live Arcade and PC.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I can't load my trophies, so I don't know what that game is. Yay!
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I would recommend just kind of taking a look at a lot of the downloadable games, especially stuff for 360, PS3. There's so much stuff on there.
I definitely don't recommend Baby Maker Extreme, just saying.
No, I don't even know if that has couch co-op.
I'm sure there's someone at the other end with their hands out, right?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. It has Kinect support. Just hold hands.
What a weird game.
Forgot about that thing.
All right, that's all of our questions for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. You can find us at tvgp.tv, email us tvgpfans@gmail.com, tweet us at tvgp, and you can send me PM on the forums. That's good too. And everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves on the map. Come join us for our weekly of game nights. Monday night, Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One. Tuesday night is Destiny. Wednesday night's on the PS3, PS4 game night. Thursdays, Steam. Yep. And we're rounding out your week with another shenanigan-filled round of Battlefield 4.
Cool. TVGP Game Club voting for the next game will start the 14th, Thursday this week. Nice. And we will be announcing the new game on the recap episode, which is on the 21st, which is in just a little under 2 weeks away on Thursday night. So that's going to be...
If you haven't played Tomb Raider yet, it's not super long.
I flipped the coin and ended up on Halo today, so sorry.
That coin came up wrong.
I'm probably going to power through that next weekend because I've had zero time to do anything. It's been a real busy May so far for me.
Yeah.
So Tomb Raider 2013 is the current game. Go play that. Listen to the recap podcast and find out what the next game is on May 21st.
And don't forget, you can watch the show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, along with all the other E1M1 shows. And youtube.com/thatvideogamepodcast for all of your archived live streams. Thank you for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
My voice is giving out.
Hooray! You don't need that.
Nah, should be fine. Alright, what do we have for titles?
Oh, you guys got any?
Nope.
Wait, you're here.
All right. Oh man, I rely on the other Jay-Z, and he's not here. He is not at his post. I'm gonna have to drive out to where he's at and just, I don't know, kick in his door, whatever. All right, so I've got dual TV setup. My whole house is set to vibrate. Shockwave through my lap. Fester's challenge. Ninja stuff. No time for some Wang Vault, Wang Lair, Wang Cave. Kabuki Man, Kabuki Men BC, Wang Time, Easy There Bear Claws, I Need to Fill Shelves, I Can Handle Keith David, No More Wall Meat, A Lot Less Hinty, I think is what that says, Twisted Boards, Multiplayer Horse, Annual Electronic Correspondence, Post Meltdown, and also Nuh-uh.
I wrote down No More Wall Meat and Twisted Boards.
Oh, I wrote down I Can Handle Keith David.
Can handle... anything you guys feel particularly strongly?
I'm a big fan of No More Wall Meat just because I can see someone outside of like E3 or PAX that's just holding that sign in a fake protest.
No more wall meat.
It's got to.
Did we have wall meat in one of our episode titles before?
I don't think so. Wall chicken, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
This is the other side of that coin. We loved it before, and now we don't. I'm allergic to a lot of foods now, so no more wall meat. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd still try.
Oh, your proteinless lifestyle.
Yeah. No, I can have plenty of protein as long as it's not breaded.
What about tempura? Can you handle tempura?
Yes, because it's not wheat.
I had tempura fried green beans the other day. They were so good.
Those are the best.
Nice. Oh, I gotta get some of those.
All right, I'm gonna pick No More Wall Meat. I like that.
All right.
Punchy. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 394 for May 11th, 2015. No more wall meat.
And we won't take it anymore.
Oh, but I'm so hungry.
I am too. I didn't even have lunch. It's like 3 o'clock. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching the live stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining and chatting and sending in questions. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Later.
There it is. Bye.